So I've reworked the tasks that I previously had to be a bit more granular. Not as specific as make pretty isn't the most specific task I've got to add, but I think these are the last few tasks I need to do in order to make Eth-ter-I-Die releasable. So first off, I want to make it pretty, which we'll be doing in this episode. I want to make all the files, the .text files, available, individual text files available. So for that, I think I need another page on the application, sorry, on the website, to click on another page saying find all files or something, and then from there you'll be able to. There'll be a long list of all the different text files available. I want to sort out all the images, logos, and manifest. There's some like standard stuff in there, like the favicon is the React favicon, and it's still called like create React app. So I kind of want to change that to be Eth-ter-I-Die. Then just adding the content. I'm doing a lot of work on the content in the background. You do not want to see me write. I think I'm up to like 2,000 words or something like that. I'm going to keep that. That's going to be our little secret until the actual website comes out. Then I need to do upload it all to GitHub, and that's quite exciting. npm build. It's going to happen at some point. And also, I'd like to give it its own little domain as well to have a nice little signature done for the first draft, really. So this is probably the alpha version. On the conclusion of all these tasks, the alpha version of Eth-ter-I-Die will be done. I kind of want to keep it going in the background because I'm realizing that I actually want to use this. So the more things I use in Ethereum, the more content I'm going to be adding, as I want to make sure that those things that I'm using in Ethereum are going to be accessible by my mum when I die, for example. Also, I'll be open to any suggestions people have for other applications and services that they want to have added to it. The whole point of my previous video two videos ago was to make it as scalable as possible. So the whole point is anybody can add, or not anybody can add, but people can submit their kind of files they want to add to it, and I can kind of approve them as well. So let's make it pretty. So here is my rough site design idea. So it looks similar to what you've seen in the intro. You've got the nav bar, obviously with Eth-ter-I-Die, a nice little logo there. I might need to make the logo white to make it stand out on the black background, and also need to have the nav bar links as well. I want the nice logo in the center, and then intro to Eth-ter-I-Die in that section. Just below that, sorry. So I want the logo to be in the center, and then I want to have an intro text about Eth-ter-I-Die just underneath that. Below that, I want to have a how to use Eth-ter-I-Die, and I kind of wanted this to be a click card, kind of like how the advanced settings are at the moment. Below that, I just need a static text saying the checkbox selection, and I want all the checkboxes kind of being in either, I haven't thought how many wide I want them, but probably 3 to 5 boxes wide, probably 4 actually, probably 4 checkboxes wide for you to select, and then obviously the download button nice and central underneath all those options. Below that, I want the advanced settings, and below that the footer. Not too complicated. However, the designing in Bootstrap is a little more interesting. So this is what I think it's going to look like in code. This may be completely wrong. The code has changed somewhat since I last showed it. Basically, I've done a bit of organization. So now my app.js is nice and simple. This should help with having the multiple pages, I hope. And all the different components, so the nav, the header, the selection, the download section, advanced settings, and the footer are all kind of functions. And these are all described in these sections here. So really just breaking up and like modularized the application, and hopefully that's going to pay dividends when I'm kind of adding new pages and things like that. So I just need to call, for example, the footer every single time I want to add the footer. That can be just declared there. So, without any further ado, let's get to making this thing pretty. Let's start off with the nav bar. There's not too much I need to do with the nav bar because I think all I need to do is make this logo to be a white logo. I need to do that in GIMP rather than, I can't overlay code I don't think on top of it to make it a different color. But essentially this nav bar is pretty much staying. So I'm going to have Eth-ter-I-Die. Eth-ter-I-Die, when you click it, gets you back to home. Then I do want to have additional links throughout as well. So I need to work on that. But let's do our check of Bootstrap. React components. This is so well documented and I really understand how it works now. It was pretty painful to start off with, as I was just massively confused because I didn't realize you had to import everything. It's very, very modular. So click on the nav bar and essentially this is exactly what I want. So what I might do is pretty much copy that. Don't think there's any more we need. Ooh, this looks good. That's exactly what I want. So when I click that, it makes that. So this is useful. So when I click home, it highlights home. When I get features, it highlights features. So what I might do is essentially bring this in. I don't need the blue and white one. I kind of like the black and white kind of visuals I've got currently going on. So I am just going to bring in this one here. Okay, bringing this in. There's a lot of copy and pasting that I do in this. But anyway, so I'm just going to do it underneath it and then import any elements they actually need. So it may show some errors because I don't have any links around here. But let's see what it looks like. Save and errors. Yay! Oh, nav, of course. I thought it would have to declare nav. So what I learned in my last bit of tinkering as I was optimizing the text, all I need to do is nav and then bring in the component and have react-bootstrap rather than have nav from react-bootstrap /nav each time. So I had a list of about 30 imports from React Bootstrap, but I learnt that's not needed. Okay, ooh, look at that. So these will eventually link to something, I suppose. So now we need to have a centered image and intro text. So that is in, I've called it header. It's probably incorrect terming because it's not necessarily the header. Logo here. Oh, maybe. Okay, so I can double the side of this. Kind of. Yeah, let's double it. Okay, so we'll potentially got an idea that we can censor this somehow. Cool, I need to reduce the size of it. Also want to censor stuff. Well, that took longer than expected to censor an image, some text, and some placeholder text. Bodes well. So what I found, this, I don't think this is actually any use, but it works, so I'm not going to change it. But essentially everything needs to be declared as a class name. mxauto equals center, I think, and that's within the display. Center within the display. Oh my word, this is going to be a long night. Okay, on to the next thing. So the next part of the header, we're not even that far into it, is I want to have another advanced settings type deal, but I want to have the whole thing clickable. Entire thing clickable, yes, okay. So it needs to import accordion in and then just bring in, I don't need the event key because I think the event key allows you to kind of change things. I just want this, okay. Oh, I need the accordion bit as well. I'll just bring it all in and just edit the code accordingly. No pun intended. Okay, not too sure what's going on here. That's like the opposite of what I want. Wait, why did it just remove that? Yes. Okay. That's the instructions done. Now for the more interesting bit of the wallet. This is going to be tough. Okay, after doing some testing, things I thought were going quite well, and then boom, we have the convergence of two buttons. I might just work on this not being recorded and see how it goes. See you in a couple of hours or a few seconds due to my fantastic editing skills. I found probably the best site for trying to understand what the hell's going on with the grids and offsets. As you can see, Ledger and MetaMask now separate if it's too big, and if it's too small, they join together. There's a fantastic site called Shoelace where I've just been testing around, finding kind of the best way to do it. It seems like the offset option, and I've just got here just what I'll need for one app, an offset of 5, keeping the small being equals 2. For 2 apps, offset of 3, and then 2 for the second one, and then yeah, so on and so forth all the way to 4 apps. So I've got the code here, which I've saved in another document. The success, okay. So what I want to do now, I'm probably going to do this live, may as well try it. So I want to have my, because this is all just testing, so I kind of want to have what you're seeing now, 5, 2, 3 and 4, just as kind of placeholders for applications that I will have in the future. So it's all about, so I'm basically turning exchanges, so this is my 2 one already. I'll do my 3 one with exchanges, as in 3 application grid with exchanges. And first off, I need to copy this one, as we need a good title of exchanges first, keeping the break as well. And let's add in exchanges, so we can remove this exchanges, and then now we need to add in so we're going to have it pretend it's 3, so we need column 1, first one, need to call it a row as well. So I'm just going to put as placeholders 2 and 3, and using shoelace. Actually, might save this. Oh, what's this doing? Lacing it up. Oh, well, I'm not sure what that's doing, but luckily I saved it as a text here. So I need to have 3 apps. I need to have the first one offset to 2, and then the rest 1. So first one 2, and the rest 1. And then I can add in my content, and just end the row as well. What I might do before I enter any more text, I'm just going to have make the 4 and 1 one. Just going to copy. Oh, where's it gone? Copy the new row again, and this time have, so I've got exchanges, maybe just dapps there. Alright, so there's only going to be 4 dapps, so I need to add in my 4th, and then going to do the same. But this time add in just the 1. And that one can be block searcher. Doesn't really matter. So for my 1 example, I need to have offset of 5, width 2. And then width 2. And then for my 4 example, I need everybody offset of 1. So I'm realizing now that the spans and the offsets all need to equal to 12. So, so if it's 12, so for the span I need it to be 2, so 2 times 4, 8, and therefore I need for the rest of them to be 1. Is that right? I think so. Yeah, so this should equal 2 times that, 6, and then 4. Okay, forget about that, what I was just saying, because it's probably wrong. Okay, so this is for exchanges, so I'm just gonna, this is all placeholder text anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so fingers crossed I should have a selection. So this is when it's really small, so it is just all on one side. It would be nice if I centered it, but I don't know how, and I... Ooh. Why are you... Ah, you're open C, you're at the bottom. Does it look good? So currently no, because it's all in singles, which is good. So these shouldn't be accessible, but these are. And if we turn it into full screen... Not sure if I like that. That looks stupid. After another short while of fiddling, so the view has to change between phone, which will be all nice and simple, so everybody's going to be in their own layer essentially. In tablet mode, so a smaller screen, you kind of have a few divisions depending on what size, and then a smaller screen than that, everything closes. Sorry, larger screen than that, everything closes up. In theory, it should make it significantly better than this gappy thing here. So I just need to translate it to my new specs, which are here, which I'm just going to do now. Okay, I think that's neatened things up quite considerably. The 4 does look the best. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I might make that the convention to be done in 4s. I'm pretty happy with that. So even if it goes small, I'm as happy as I can be. This is still early days. Because ideally when I get made to go small, I want it to be centered rather than left justified. I might look into that, but that's for another day completely. Okay. That's enough for today. I'm in tears about how long this took. Okay, thank you for watching. Progress has been made. It's not perfect by any stretch, but we're here to learn. Thank you for watching. If you do have any comments and suggestions, please let me know. There's a link for the GitHub, my Twitter, anything to help me on this journey will be very much appreciated. Okay, thank you very much. Until next time.